Chapel, we are ready to ease your burden during your time of grief. We serve all of Northwest Kansas and offer reliable and professional services, including funerals, monuments, and memorial products. Contact Kirstenbrock Funeral Chapel at 785-462-7979 and let us help you through your loss. That's 785-462-7979 or online at kirstenbrockfuneralchapel.com.
Everyone deserves to feel good inside, and the experts at McKee Incorporated know how to make you feel good inside your home with indoor comfort systems that are inside your budget. Get up to a $1,600 rebate on a qualifying new Lennox system that will keep your comfort up and your utility bills down. Call McKee Incorporated, 785-462-3132. 785-462-3132 for McKee Incorporated.
Ever wonder why some wireless carriers charge so much more than others? At Nextech Wireless, you'll receive nationwide coverage, 4G LTE data, and unlimited data. But we don't overcharge you like some of the other carriers do. Plus, we have buy one, get one free smartphones and the best customer service. With more than 50 stores in our area, you can actually talk to us face to face. Tired of paying more and only getting more fees, charges, and a higher bill? Say goodbye to your carrier and hello to Nextech Wireless.
Welcome back to the Fun Coptometry pregame show. The Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride, joined by the head coach of the Colby Eagles, Reese McKinney. And, Coach, first of all, congratulations. Good week last week for your kids. I'd like to talk a little bit about the previous week when we start things off, because I know you've had time to kind of look at the film and really, after the game, it's great, we got to win, but I know you break some things down and see things that you like and maybe some things that you didn't so much.
Yeah, we had a lull in the middle of the game a little bit. We got to make sure we continue to do our own job, not try to do too much. It's good that they're, care and want to do more, but you really got to take care of your own responsibilities first, and I think the kids have worked really hard to continue to improve on that aspect, and so we'll see what happens.
You get through the first week, and without getting obviously into too much detail, but how are the kids' overall health? Just bumps and bruises, normal week one stuff?
Yeah, I think so. Nobody had to do anything too much, too extra to be able to ready to go this week, so we're ready to go on Tuesday.
It's going to be kind of nice here. You get a stretch of 3 home games in a row. That doesn't happen very often in high school football. It might be good in some aspects, but tell us a little bit about that. First home game of the season coming up tonight.
Yeah, there's some excitement, after coming off a win. Hopefully a whole bunch of people come out and support us. These young men have earned that kind of crowd cheering for them. So I'm hoping we'll see that at our first home game. Hopefully we can put on a show for them, bring them back.
Yeah, you get that first game out of the way. You get some of those jitters out of the way, and some confidence with the win. Do you see a big difference in practice this week, or?
No, they show up to work most days with the best of them. So I would pretty much expected that from them. These are great, like I said, great group of young men. They show up and they work hard. So they've just continued to grind.
Well, let's talk about the game this week. You guys have LaCrosse coming into town, a team that we handled pretty well last year, a team that's got a very young backfield, a lot of new kids back there with little experience, but on the other side of it, they're pretty darn solid up front with 3 of their 5 offensive linemen, or 3-year starters coming back.
Yeah, they look like they're big and physical. I mean, film can lie to you, but I bet they show up ready to play.
Well, what do you expect to see out of LaCrosse, and what do you guys have to do to be successful on both sides of the ball?
Well, I already talked about earlier. We got to stay disciplined. Got to do our own jobs. They like some misdirection, so we got to stay home. We can't overplay. Can't do somebody else's job. I think that everyone shows up and does their own thing. We might be in trouble, but if we show up and do our job, we'll be fine.
Coach, look forward to talking to you after the game, and good luck. Coach Reese McKinney joining us on the pregame show. Back with more in just a minute. Adding or replacing cabinetry can be a scary proposition. Not only does it need to look great, but it's got to be functional. And every layout and every family's needs are different. Northwest Kansas Decorating Center in Colby are cabinetry experts. They make the process easy and, dare I say, even a little fun. They'll take the measurements, design your ideal layout, and install the cabinets for you. With free estimates and multiple lines to choose from, they can work with almost any budget. Enjoy the process as well as the finished product. And remember, for flooring, cabinetry, and more, it's Northwest Kansas Decorating Center, West 4th Street in Colby.
Did you know that your body contains over 40 billion working parts and the nervous system acts as a communication speedway? Sometimes there's no warning when a problem is ahead, and a chiropractor can help determine if there's any interference in this great nerve network. In most cases, chiropractic care can eliminate the cause of your pain. Call Northwest Kansas Chiropractic at 460-0332. That's 460-0332. Or visit us online at nwkchiro.com. I'm Dr. Griggs, inviting you to stop by and see us and start feeling better today.
Let me ask you something. Are you still using that old couch or recliner from when you graduated college? Is the bed that you've had since you were first married starting to concave, causing you and your partner to roll into one another? If you said yes or even had an inclination, then it's time to go to Office Works and Home Furnishings in Colby, where they offer the best in home decor in Northwest Kansas. There they have the always comfortable Serta beds, a Lazy Boy Comfort Studio, the only one in the region, as well as a great selection of flooring from Shaw and Mohawk. Update your home today with Office Works and Home Furnishings in Colby. They also do office supplies as well.
Pizza Hut in Colby, Kansas is the place to explore flavor. Whether it's classic flavor like pepperoni, meat lovers, or super supreme, or something less traditional like the cherry pepper bombshell, the cockadoodle bacon, or nearly a dozen flavors of Wing Street wings. Pizza Hut in Colby, Kansas has your flavor tonight. Stop by for the amazing lunch buffet, dine in anytime, or call 462-8206 for delivery. Pizza Hut in Colby, Kansas. That's the flavor of now.
Welcome to the Funk Optometry pregame show on 100.3 The Ride as we continue today. And you got a chance to talk to the two head coaches there. It's time now to get our keys to the ballgame and kind of break things down. Headed into the night, Thomas Whelan joins me in the booth. And Thomas, good week for the Eagles last week. I think you look at it as a whole for week one of the season, and we talked about some of the keys going in there, and it was taking care of the ball, and we did have the one turnover, the interception. But outside of that, a pretty good job. Didn't have a ton of penalties in the game. It was a really pretty well-played week one of football for Colby. They came out ready to go. It was kind of fun to watch. It wasn't a game, you mentioned crisp offensively, but it was 23-0. We ran 9 plays in the opening quarter of play last week. Really didn't get to see a lot of the offense in the game, and then of course when it got out of hand early, we saw players like Shippers going out very early in the football game. In fact, second quarter. So we got to see some of the offense. We saw good things with that offense, but I think that's what made it even better. As we talked about it looked crisp throughout the most of the game, had that little lull in the third quarter, but it looked crisp with a lot of other people in there offensively. And the same thing on that defense, and that's maybe what impressed me more. That defensive front, my goodness, there were 7 first quarter guys in and out, and there's a lot of depth up front there, which is going to be great when you got kids playing both ways and a chance to give kids breath and not lose anything. Really fun to see the depth up front defensively. Let's talk about this week. We got the LaCrosse Leopards coming into town. This is the first of 3 consecutive home games for the Eagles, which is huge for them. You talk about, you just don't see that in a season very often. But 3 consecutive home games coming up here, coming in off of a victory. You got a lot of momentum. You got to be feeling good going into the football game. And they're taking on a team in LaCrosse that we just dismantled last year. It was 53-0 or something like that down in LaCrosse. That being said, LaCrosse has a new backfield this year. They got a lot of young guys in that backfield. But up front, it's a pretty good football team on that offensive line. They've got 4 guys that have started 3 years on that offensive line. They're seniors up front. And they got some experience there and a little bit of size up front, which will be a little bit different than what we saw in Oakley last week. LaCrosse lost last week to Elkhart, and they had one of those wonderful Southwest Kansas rain delay or thunder lightning delayed games that went on for 72 hours before they got those things over with last week. I think some of those games I heard were kicking off at like 11. Ulysses and had a late one. I think Hugoton did as well, and then LaCrosse down at Elkhart had the same issue. So they had a little bit different week number one than we did, where we kind of got through things quickly and got home, which wasn't bad either. But anyway, headed into this tonight, LaCrosse lost last week to an Elkhart team. They're looking for their first win of the season, looking for a little confidence, and probably looking for a little revenge after last year when Colby handed it to him. Last year was a huge game for Jordan Shippers. That was kind of his breakout game last year, and after he hadn't played well in a lot of football games before that, but he had a dominant performance against LaCrosse last year. The one good thing, I guess, going into this week and talking to Coach a little bit, he mentioned it in the pregame, and that is we're healthy. Got through last week with some bumps and bruises and the typical week one stuff, but no injuries, nothing keeping kids from playing football tonight. And I was talking to the LaCrosse coach a little bit before the pregame interview today, and he joked, he said, I know you guys pulled Shippers early in that football game to keep him from getting hurt. He goes, I know he's not hurt. And I didn't say anything, you know. He goes, just tell Coach another week's rest would be just fine. He said, get him another week to be healthy. He goes, if you can talk him into it, I'll bring you a steak to the press box. So I had a few words with Coach, but I don't carry enough weight in that department. I'm doing other areas. But anyway, so it's getting healthy this week, and I think we'll see a little bigger dose of Jordan. And that was the other thing last week, too. You know, we knew we had a very capable group of guys in Branham and of course, Stapp, who had a huge game, and Stanley. And they got to see a lot of carries, which is great in week number one to get them some time and get the timing down with them. And, you know, you have other guys that can step up and be threats and take some of that off of Jordan, and Jordan will take some of it off of them to make them better, and it's going to make that offense even tougher. Oh, yeah. Definitely, and Zach Hart did have a good game for Colby, obviously. I mean, at quarterback, he handled things well as he did last year. But like I said, didn't have to test Zach's arm too much last week because we got controlled pretty well early in that football game. So I guess you get into the game with LaCrosse this week, and you can't, I guess, go in overly confident. You still got to go out and play the game. They're going to be a tough group of kids. They're going to line up, and they're going to hit hard and play to the final whistle, and we'll have to see how things come out. But I think if we can come out positive this week and just take care of our business, it's a game that we should be able to come out on the winning side of. All right, look forward to seeing the game here this evening. We'll have kickoff coming up here in just a little bit. We'll have Gardner's grade school go-getter coming up in just a minute. You're listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show and the Eagles on Radio. Colby football, 100.3 The Ride.
The Colby Free Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
You have a name, so the next time you travel to that big city Mega Monster sporting goods store, ask them if they know your name.
Well, give me a minute.
Ask them if they know Northwest Kansas and the tri-state area.
Northwest where? Is that by Wisconsin or something? You know what, I'm only part-time here anyway.
Now visit the Sports Shop in Colby.
Good morning, Sally. Looks like a promising year for the Eagles.
The Sports Shop offers the same great variety and selection as the mega super-duper sporting goods stores, but they're small enough to remember your name, your school mascot, solve problems, and answer questions. The Sports Shop in Colby.
Visit Colby Ag Center today to see the incredible 2016 Bolt from Yamaha. Bolt combines old school style, modern performance, and a powerful fuel-injected V-twin for class-leading performance. Looks like old school just got schooled. For more information, visit Colby Ag Center. The Star Bolt from Yamaha. We build it, you make it your own. Dress properly for your ride with a helmet, eye protection, long sleeves, long pants, gloves, and boots. Do not drink and ride. It is illegal and dangerous. Specifications subject to change.
Help your body to heal properly with the professionals at Tina Harris Physical Therapy in Colby. Tina and her highly skilled therapists offer the best care possible, whether it's getting you back to 100% after an accident or just helping you reach your peak performance in your active lifestyle. Set up an appointment by calling her office at 785-462-8008. That's 462-8008. Tina Harris Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine Center at 270 North Franklin in Colby. Live your life without physical limitations and pain.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show on the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 The Ride. New feature in the show this year, and with this, we're going to be joining the principal of Colby Grade School, Chris Gardner. He gets a chance to talk to one of the youngsters at Colby Grade School who's working hard in the classroom. Our new segment called Gardner's Go-Getters. Now let's check in with Coach Chris Gardner and this week's Go-Getter.
What is your name?
Braden Aschenbrenner.
And who is your teacher?
Mr. Faber.
And what is your favorite subject?
Math.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A doctor.
And what's your favorite food?
Macaroni and cheese.
Oh, I like macaroni and cheese. Do you have a favorite movie?
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, that's a good one. How about a favorite song?
Shut Up and Dance.
All right. What do you like about school?
Recess.
Recess. What's one thing you've learned so far?
How to break apart multiplication facts.
Okay. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Florida, because I want to Hawaii because I want to go swim in the ocean.
Oh, cool. Do you have a favorite sport?
Gymnastics.
Do you have a favorite team?
Colby Eagles.
Colby Eagles, I like that. Do you have any siblings?
My brother and my sister.
And what are their names?
Destiny and Ray Aschenbrenner.
And is there one thing that you can say on air? What's one thing you've ever done to them to trick them or something?
Around off that can spring.
And what's your favorite thing to do at recess?
Play on the monkey bars.
And is there anything you're scared of?
Spiders.
Spider. Oh, I don't like spiders either. And last one, tell me something you're really good at.
Gymnastics. Dance.
Dance. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Tune in next Friday for another episode of Gardner's Grade School Go-Getters.
With High Plains Co-op, it's great to know that the more things change, the more things stay the same. High Plains Co-op with locations in Hoxie, Dresden, Grainfield, Gem, Halford, Park, Selden, and in Levant. They're here to give you the service you deserve. High Plains Co-op is available for your grain, fuel, and feed needs. Check out their website at highplainscoop.com for up-to-date markets. Standing with you is High Plains Co-op.
Service Master in Colby, Kansas wants you to know that your carpet is like a huge air filter, trapping dust mites, pollen, bacteria, and every time you walk across your carpet, you stir those things up in the air, and you and your family are breathing all that in. It can irritate your lungs, complicate asthma, even make you sick. But for more than 50 years, Service Master Clean has been serving both residential and commercial customers. The pros at Service Master will do whatever it takes to make sure you and your family live in a happy, healthy, clean home. Call Service Master at 785-462-3423 to get started today. Your family is worth it.
September is Ram Power Days at Colby Dodge. Take advantage of discounts up to $10,250 off MSRP on new 2017 Ram 1500s. We have a great selection of Ram trucks in stock, equipped with popular packages to meet your needs, such as the Laramie, Rebel, and Tradesman, and Express. Stop by and visit with a salesperson and see which package suits your needs. Visit us in person at exit 53 I-70, Colby, Kansas, or online at colbydodge.com.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Yeah, I'll take a small Coke.
And I'll have a large, please.
You know, you can get any size Coke for just $1, right?
So, a small Coke is just $1?
Uh-huh.
And the large is just $1?
Yes. Are you guys okay?
You just blew our different size minds. Sorry, he got excited again.
It's nice getting any size bang for your buck. So come into McDonald's and get an ice-cold, delicious any size Coke for just $1. A la carte only. Price and participation may vary.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show and the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride. As we are getting close to kickoff tonight, Colby and LaCrosse going head-to-head. The Eagles trying to go to 2-0 on the season. LaCrosse trying to avoid an 0-2 start tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the two teams. Brought to you by the good folks at Farm Bureau Insurance. Your local agent, David Brown. He has offices in Colby and in Atwood, Kansas. See David and his crew today for all your insurance needs. Starting lineup today for the LaCrosse Leopards. Let's take a look at their offense tonight. Up front, this is the experience part of this offense for LaCrosse. They have 3 seniors and 2 sophomores on this offensive line. The 3 seniors on this line have been starters for 3 consecutive years. These are kids with a lot of experience, and it's the strength of this group for LaCrosse tonight. Up front, they'll have Michael Showalter, a tackle. He is on the left side, wears number 51. He is a sophomore. Kyle Mojo will be one of the guards tonight for LaCrosse. They do mix sides on this. They have a strong guard, strong tackle, and then quick guard, quick tackle is how they set things up. But again, the strong guard is Kyle Mojo. Now, where's number 65? One of the seniors on this offensive line. At center tonight, Brock Brown, the sophomore, will get the start. At the quick guard, it'll be Jacob Showalter, the senior, wearing number 58, and Caden Trower, another senior, at the quick tackle position tonight. He wears number 71. Tight end for the LaCrosse Leopards is Keldon Day. He's a sophomore, had no catches last week. Either did Brett Herman, who will start at the X-out receiver tonight. He wears number 5. He is a senior. The other wide receiver, the Y, is Blake Herman. He had a good week last week. He's a sophomore for the LaCrosse Leopards. He had 2 catches for 90 yards, so he's averaging 45 yards a catch. That's a little deceiving. He had an 83-yard touchdown reception in the game last week, but he'll get the start at wide receiver tonight. Also had a couple of carries for 8 yards in the game. In the backfield, we'll see Kristen Supas at the fullback position. He wears number 31. He's a junior. Had 14 carries for 101 yards and a touchdown last week. The other running back in the offense will be Zach Brown. He's a senior. He had 9 carries for 31 yards last week. Quarterback for the LaCrosse Leopards this year, a sophomore, and that is Hunter Morgan. Morgan wears number 18. Again, a sophomore. He was 2 of 8 passing last week for 90 yards. 1 touchdown, did have an interception in the game as well. Also ran the ball 16 times for 47 yards last week against Elkhart. Did have a touchdown on the ground as well in that game. Again, very experienced up front on the offensive line, and it's all new starters in the backfield for LaCrosse this year. Let's take a look at the defensive starters tonight for the Colby Eagles. It'll look like this. At defensive end, Sean Rawl will get the start. He is a senior. Kaiser Lopez will get the start at defensive tackle. Kyler Britt will start at defensive tackle for Colby, a junior wearing number 75. Xavier Slavens had a good week last week. Didn't play a lot of minutes, but made the most of them. He wears number 60. He'll get the start at defensive end, another junior for Colby. The cornerbacks for Colby will be Bryson Metcalf, the sophomore, wearing number 22. Isaac Rosales, the junior, wearing number 15. Linebackers for the Colby Eagles will be Tucker Branham, the Sam linebacker. He's a junior, wears number 27. Jordan Shippers will get the start at linebacker as well. He's the Will linebacker, wears number 34, a junior for the Eagles. Free safety for Colby, Zach Hart, the junior, wearing number 18. And Calvin Stapp, the sophomore, will get the start at strong safety. He had a big week last week, including that interception return for a touchdown against the Plainsmen. Stapp wears number 32. That's how the starting lineup looks tonight for the two teams, offensively and defensively. We'll take a break, come back, kickoff coming up in just a bit.
This time of the year can get a little stressful on your finances. If you're in the need for any type of loan, come in and talk to their local grown loan officers at the People's State Bank. They live in this area, so they know this area. They pride themselves on getting you the fastest response possible. Since most of them have been in business or have come off the farm, they really do know the local ag economy. They want to take this time and thank you for your patronage at the People's State Bank with locations in Colby, Oakley, Hoxie, Goodland, and McDonald. The People's State Bank, member FDIC.
For
one-stop shopping in Colby, Kansas, don't forget about Colby's Walmart. Walmart in Colby has a great selection of grocery items in the store. From meat to macaroni, they've got it in the grocery department of Walmart. And, of course, all the latest movies on DVD or Blu-ray, as well as your favorite PlayStation or Wii games. Walmart in Colby also has clothes, dog food, and, of course, the pharmacy there to serve you as well. Walmart of Colby, proud to be part of the community and proud to support local high school student athletes. For all your one-stop shopping, it's Walmart in Colby. Do you like tacos, making people smile, and being an original? Then Taco John's wants you. Taco John's has employment opportunities for all shifts, with great new employee benefit package available, plus a competitive compensation that includes a higher starting wage if you have experience in the food industry. You can apply in person today between 2 and 4 p.m. or go to workinwesternkansas.com. That's workinwesternkansas.com. Taco John's, be an original.
Hi, I'm Ashley Rail from Farm Credit of Western Kansas, your local multi-peril and crop hail agent. We can help you protect your investment in this season's crop with a risk management plan that's right for your farming operation. A plan that can help you weather the storms that come your way this season. Call Farm Credit in Colby at 800-657-6048. Ask how we can help you with a crop insurance plan that makes sense for your operation. This entity is an equal opportunity provider.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darvin and his professional agents in Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance.
Good evening and welcome to Denton Field in Colby, Kansas. Chad Jones alongside Thomas Wheeland as we are set for the home opener for Colby. They host the LaCrosse Leopards tonight. And game 2 of the season, Colby again coming in off of that nice win last week, 45-7 in Oakley, Kansas. LaCrosse coming in off of a 30-20 loss to Elkhart last week in a game that was weather delayed. They had a long night. And that one last Friday night. That's not going to be an issue tonight for the second consecutive week. We have absolutely perfect weather for high school football here in Kansas. Thomas, going to be a nice game tonight. And I like this right out of the gates. Colby's won the coin toss 2 weeks in a row. And no deferment. We're taking the football and we're going to get going early.
And why not after the pace that they came out in week 1 with? Might as well just try and march down the field with it right here. A good aggressive call by the coaching staff.
All right, as we get set to kick it away here, high school football underway tonight. Sasha, Mojo. Yeah. All right, Mojo to kick it away here for LaCrosse. Colby will snap back deep. And Metcalf, and it's a quick kick caught up front. A good return afterward across midfield to the 49-yard line for the Eagles. And coming up with the football that time was Aiden Maskell. Got it in the air and then ran it forward.
Good heads-up play by Aiden Maskell. He got plus 2 reps on the defensive side of the ball last week.
So here we go. Zach Cart will lead his team to the line of scrimmage here for the first play tonight. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. That's Shivers. Hart in the pistol. He's got Branham behind him. Motion across the formation with Staff and a penalty flag down here, and they're going to have a legal procedure against the Eagles. Penalty flag. Going to cost Colby 5 yards. Colby. We mentioned it in our interview with the new principal of Colby High School, the new Elvis the Eagle costume. It is. It's happy yet angry. You know, it's not as scary as the old one, but it still has that mean, we're going to, get you with our talents look. Snap in motion across the formation. Hart gets the snap out of the pistol, has time, looks, throws, and hits Stapp in the flats. And he makes a nice little move and spins his way forward for a gain of about 8 yards on first down. And look up, second down and 7 to go for Colby, and a good play on first down after the penalty.
Colby lines up and trips left, motion Stapp across. Ends up running a nice little speed out. Zach hits him quickly. Calvin does a nice job making the first defender miss for a good chunk of change on
Shippers was wide open deep down the field, too, something I guarantee the coaches saw upstairs. Snap in motion across the formation again, and another penalty flag for procedure against the Eagles. Penalty flag. Illegal procedure, Colby. Coach Sims wants an explanation here. The Eagles will head back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to run the same play again. Second down. Yeah, Shippers split out wide to the left side. Branham to the right, up hard in the pistol, and then Snap in motion from left to right out of the slot. It's 2nd and 12 after the penalty. Hart looks, throws, and finds Shippers on the left side. Jordan makes the catch, bounces away from one defender, gets around and a couple more, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets his way all the way down to the 41-yard line, and that's a gain of about 11 yards, and it'll bring up 3rd and short for the Eagles. And that one, all Jordan Shippers, as he had to get away from 3 defenders on the play.
Come out, double tight pistol set, 2 receivers to left, motion, snap across. Jordan just runs a deep comeback. Ends up making a guy miss, shows his strength, runs through another tackle, and ends up with a big game, making it 3rd and short.
3rd and short. Shippers will dot the I. Hart in the pistol. And it'll be Shippers up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get his way forward, and it'll depend on the spot here with forward progress. It looked like it's got it or really, really close to it. We'll see here.
Either way, that's part of the field where they're going to go for it to get the first down.
Yep. 1st and 10 to go. Ball at the 39-yard line of the LaCrosse Leopards. Second meeting between these two teams historically. Colby won last year 5-0. Stanley split wide to the right side. Branham and Shippers to the left side. Snap in the backfield. He'll get the handoff going to the left side. Nice move by Snap. Loses the football, though, and it's going to end up out of bounds. Colby's going to retain possession. Close one there for Colby. Snap with a nice move initially, but had it poked away.
Snap on the stretch play gets picked up nice block from the end. Isaac Rosales standing in the ground playing tight end on that play. And from Jordan Shippers and Tucker Branham on the outside.
Shippers, Stanley, and Snap to the right side. Rosales to the left side. Branham behind Hart in the pistol. Shippers in motion from right to left. Movement up front. Penalty flags all over the place. And 2 defensive linemen come through there, and there may have been a flinch actually that time by the center and Kyle Britt. Boy, this is 3 procedural penalties already in the game on Colby. They overcame the last 2, but now you have 2nd down and about 13 to go at the 41-yard line. We'll see the same formation. Again with Snap, Shippers, and Stanley to the right. Shippers in motion, and a procedure penalty again. The fans are getting fed up here.
Procedure against the Eagles.
I'm not sure what they keep seeing that they're.
I didn't see the last time Kyler Britt did flinch on the last year what this was.
But there's been several of these that are all the same.
Timeout, Eagles.
And Colby wants to take a timeout here to discuss something. Coach Sims needed to sort it out in the huddle. That's really, I mean, you get this opening drive of the game, you get great field position, and
they're executing well.
Yeah.
But right now they're shooting themselves in the foot. Procedure calls.
Coach Sims against McKinney out there along with Coach Betts. Having a full discussion with the offensive unit and just tell them to settle down. And that might be a lot of it too, Thomas. You're at home, first game of the season. You're going to get out here and run a couple touchdowns back in front of Grandma and Grandpa and girlfriends, and you know, to settle down and get into the game.
Good luck to the cross-country team competing in the varsity meet at Wapnico tomorrow.
Here we go. Stanley to the right side.
Will be in action.
Gap, Shippers to the right. Gonzalez to the left. Shippers is in that slot to the right. This same play been running. Shippers will go in motion. Cross, we just haven't got the snap off yet until now. Hart looks, throws, and has Snap in the flats. Calvin makes a move to get away from the first defender. Now second defender and pounds his way forward across the 35 and down to about the 34-yard line. A nice gain on the play of about 11 yards. And it's still going to leave us 3rd down at 7.
Colby just runs a little crossing route out of that on the far side of the field between Carter Stanley outside receiver, runs a quick slant. Staff runs the speed out, picks up a nice block from Carter Stanley.
Colby working the passing game a little more this week. Didn't throw a lot last week. Didn't have to early on. Here's Shippers on a handoff to the right side. Jordan around the corner, breaks tackles, gets through defender, spins away, pounds his way forward inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line, and another first down run for Colby. That's a gain of about 17 for Jordan Shippers.
Jordan Shippers on the carry.
Colby's running on the right hash, running a bunch set to the right, short field. Runs a little stretch play. Jordan Shippers showing his strength again, able to run through a couple arm tackles and moves the chain.
Colby will send Rosales and Shippers to the left. Branham in the slot to the left. Stapp is the eye back behind Hard at the pistol. Zach gets the snap. Quarterback keeper, just a design run. He looks to the left, runs to his right side, breaks tackles, and Hart takes it into the end zone. Did he get in? Touchdown, Colby. Zach Hart takes it into the end zone. 17-yard run, and the Eagles are on the board.
Great quarterback draw by the Eagles offense. Zach Hart, a nice piece of running. We get trips left. Everybody spread out over there, and he takes off to the right. Good hard run by Zach Hart.
Eagles will spread the field again here for their conversion attempt. And they get the play in here. Looks like they're going to line back up into a more traditional formation. We got Stapp, Rosales, and Branham to the right side. Shippers in the backfield with Hart. Zach gets a snap handoff to Shippers going around the right side. Jordan turns on the Jets and beats the team to the corner for a 2-point conversion. 8-0. The Eagles on top with 9:16 to go in the first quarter of play. Back with more of the Eagles on radio and Colby football in just a minute. No one knows farming and ranching better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. After all, our companies were founded more than 77 years ago to serve the unique needs of farmers and ranchers. Today, we're the #1 farm insurer in our territory, delivering smarter insurance for agriculture. Farm Bureau AgWise certified agent Dave Brown, Colby and Atwood can help you get customized, comprehensive coverage that meets your needs. Call David Brown and Colby and Atwood to schedule your personalized on-site super check today. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agriculture Insurance Company.
Quality workmanship and experience are just two of the things you will find when working with Stevens Construction for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential construction needs. They are your local Butler and Lester dealer and are ready to assist you in choosing the steel or wood frame building you have been looking for. They also specialize in overhead door sales and service. Stevens Construction has been in the business for over 40 years, so stop by today and see them on South Country Club Drive in Colby.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Eagles outside kick. Picked up by LaCrosse at the 35-yard line, and the Leopards will start their first offensive possession from there. 8-0. Colby on top, just underway in the opening quarter. 9:13 to go. The Eagles scoring on their first drive of the ball game. 34 yards by 4 procedural penalties. They were able to overcome and get it in there. So LaCrosse will take over. Again, they got some senior leadership on the offensive line, but this is a new backfield, including sophomore quarterback Hunter Morgan. Leopards will have one receiver to the left side, slot back to the right, split backs behind Morgan, who gets the quick pitch on the outside to Soup. It's around the corner. We get a nice gain here on first down. Going to get it across the 40 to the 41. Gain is 6 on first down. Now give him 7.
Eagle tackle. LaCrosse does a nice job getting the edge on that one, able to kick out the walk down outside linebacker for the Eagles and just blow through C-gap on first down. Bring up 2nd and 4.
That's that experienced offensive line. The Eagles owned the edges last week in Oakland. Here's the snap. Quick pass out in the flats on the right side. Catch is made on the play. And Brett Herpin, with his first reception of the season, is going to get enough for a first down as the game's about 6 to the 47-yard line.
Bubble screen to the left side of the field, wide side of the field. Nice job, open field tackle by Gonzalez, not before LaCrosse was able to move the chain.
Leopards back up to the line of scrimmage. One receiver wide to the right side. It's slot to the right as well. And it's Brett Herman. High formation. Handoff goes to the fullback. Supa's hitting the backfield, and he is stopped for a loss. Great job by the Eagles that time, getting through there immediately up front, and minimal gain on the play.
They've let Big Aaron coming off of a heck of a ball game last week. He's right in there on this one, makes a big stop on first down. Young sophomore.
2nd and 12 to go.
On the play, 2nd down, 11.
3 receivers to the right side this time. We'll go with the trips formation. For LaCrosse out of shotgun. Hunter Morgan gets the snap. Looking to his right, being pressured. Gets rid of it, and it's tipped and incomplete. And a good job by Slavens and the crew getting through on that left side of the defensive line.
Slavens, Parker, Ham will do a nice job left side of that defensive line, getting in there, getting into Morgan's face, and forcing that ball to come up short.
Morgan, a sophomore, he's not a very big kid. Not a big kid at all. We'll talk about it in a second here. All right, spread it out. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1 back in the backfield. Hunter Morgan under center. Gets the snap. Inside handoff to Supas. Spins away from 1 defender. Not the 2nd, 2, 3, and 4. They get there for Colby almost immediately. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 9 for the Leopards.
On the carry. A 2-yard gain.
We'll see what they do here. I would imagine you'll see a punting situation here as well as Colby moves the football on that opening drive. You don't want to give them a good field position if you don't pick it up. Brett Herman is in punting formation. Snap deep for Colby. He took one back last week, 85 yards against the Oakley Plainsmen. Snap is there, and Colby there immediately. Slavens gets there and they get the kick away. Very short kick on the run that's going to bounce and roll to about the 43. And actually, pretty good decision by Brett Herman. I think kicked that left-footed, just trying to get it away before he got. Yeah, the Slavens was through so fast he didn't have time to even think about punting.
Slavens comes untouched to the looks like the B gap. Straight at the quarterback, or the punter, excuse me.
I tell you, if he tries to kick that initially, not only is it blocked, but he's probably going to be seeing stars for a while because Slavens had an open run at him.
Had seen.
The Eagles in good field position again to start their 2nd drive of the game. They'll start this one at the 37-yard line, their own 37. 2 receivers left for Colby. Rosales to the right side and Shippers and Stanley to the left. Shippers in motion from left to right across the formation. So we'll end up with trips to the right side. New quarterback for Colby here, firing deep down the field, and it's incomplete just over the outstretched arms of Calvin Snap. Intended for Calvin.
I think it's Zach Harding.
He's got a Newton jersey on.
Had to get a different number on. I think he's
got some blood on him.
Incompletion. 2nd down and 10.
What a great throw by Hart. I mean, just about 1 step too far, and that was a touchdown.
Right, you're going to miss it. You won't miss that one long. Nice ball by Zach Hart.
Hart will be back in the pistol. Shippers wide to the left side. Branham in motion. Across the formation. Handoff going to go up the middle here. Snap on the carry. Well defended by LaCrosse that time. And met Calvin at the line of scrimmage and had nowhere to go. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Colby tries to run a little inside blast play. Unable to get anything going. His defense is right there in the hole to meet Calvin's staff. Bring up 3rd and
8. Short game. 3rd down and 9.
Hart in out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side of the field out of the pistol. Shippers back with him. Jordan in motion from left to right in the formation. Hart looking to his left side as Rosales, and it is caught for a 1st down and more. Rosales fumbles the football at the end of it, and LaCrosse has it. And LaCrosse has the football. Rosales fighting for extra yardage that time, and he stops it up.
That 2nd man trip, good job by LaCrosse coming in there. First guy holds him up. Safety comes over, ends up punching the ball out.
There's times when you got 2 or 3 guys on you where it's okay to go down after the 1st down.
Yep.
But that's just a kid
15 yards.
Yeah, it's one of those you can't fall. He's just a kid trying to make a play.
Nope, just unfortunate. Colby comes out, lines up in double formation, motion across the trips right. There's all single receiver on the backside, runs a nice post pattern. He's wide open and able to hit the ball just isn't able to take it to the ground with him.
Again, we're having one of those water breaks that you get early in the season. Officials have called that timeout to hydrate everybody.
Ain't bad. It was, what, 90?
It was 90 today. It was warm. Cooled down. Really quite nice. The kickoff. It's really nice tonight.
It did.
Eagles kind of fortunate in the schedule, I guess, early on here. We're going to have 3 consecutive weeks at home here this week. And then next week, Hugoton Eagles will make their way into town. And then September 22nd, we have Ulysses coming in here on homecoming. Should be a fun few games. And then 3 games on the road. And find out the last 2 will be at home.
Surfacing of the PHS parking lot.
Eagles set up defensively here off the turnover. Colby did turn it over once last week against Oakley as well, but we're +3 in the giveaway takeaway. LaCrosse will start to own 44. Quarterback keeper this time around the left side, and a nice first down run by Hunter Morgan across midfield and down to the 44. Colby. Getting a good play on first down.
Morgan on a designed bootleg run on the left side. Colby unable to set an edge and turn him back in. He was able to pick up a big first down.
Morgan had 16 carries last week for 47 yards and a touchdown. Threw the ball and completed just 2 passes last week, though, for 8 yards. 2 of 8 for 90 yards, I should say. Handoff's going to go up the middle this time, not much. Gain of about 3 on the play as this one goes to Christian Supis, the fullback. Supis was their workhorse last week, 14 carries for 101 yards and a touchdown against Elkhart.
A little inside trap to the Leopards.
On the tackle for the Eagles.
Bring up 2nd and 7.
Game, 2nd down, 6.
Eagles rotating guys through on that defensive line again. Saw the depth last week there. 2nd down and 7 to go. Morgan wants to pass this time, and he is going nowhere. Xavier Slavin shot out of there like a cannon. Hits him in the backfield and drags him down. And near midfield, they're going to give him the 47, which is a generous spot of Colby on the play, but a big loss. We're going to bring up 3rd down and about 15 to go.
Xavier Slavin's lined up left side of that defensive end spot. Uses his hands extremely well on that play. He's able to shed a block. He's in the backfield quick as you can be, dragging the quarterback down, trying to boot out this morning.
Morgan in the pistol this time with one back to his left side. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. They look to the sideline for the call here. Morgan gets the snap. Blitz coming from Colby. Morgan hit and he's stacked again. Back-to-back plays. Branham was there for Colby, but coming up with the sack on the play.
Hamill,
yeah. A couple of big plays for him tonight already.
Yeah, he's been in there, guys knows it, in there mixing it up. Great job by Parker Hamill. Tucker Branham also coming in hot on the blitz. Able to force Morgan up, and then Hamill's there to clean him up.
Brings up 4th and 22 in a punting situation here for the LaCrosse Leopards. Again, they tried to punt on that last series, and he was in deep trouble as Colby got through there immediately. Brett Herman was able to scramble away and then kick it left-footed for about 10 yards to get something out of it. And we're going to have movement on the right side.
Penalty flag.
Kelvin Day jumping early. That'll cost him another 5 yards.
5-yard penalty.
Snap.
4th down, 27.
Waiting patiently for Colby back at around the 15-yard line. I'm sure they've seen the film. They're going to try to avoid it at all costs. Snap is low, bounced, picked up. Herman gets it away. Short kick because he had to short leg it and just get rid of it. It's going to roll down to the 24-yard line. So it wasn't a good kick, but it probably wasn't a bad situation because, again, there's no chance to return it. Yeah.
Slavin's coming in again. Getting there as well as another defender for the Eagles. Getting close to it. They might get one here tonight.
I can guarantee you that Brett Herman will not be resting easily while he's waiting for that snap. Third possession of the game for Colby. Scored a touchdown on their first drive, turned it over on the last one. Again, third drive here. Shippers in motion to the right. Hart hands it off up the middle and pounding his way forward for a couple of yards on the carry was Snap for the Eagles. Actually, that was Branham on the carry. They'll bring up second down, and we'll call it 9.
Colby goes with his zone read.
Gain of 1 yard.
Zach makes a nice decision at the give, but there's just no hole for Branham to run through.
Branham had 1 carry for 7 yards last week. Second down, we'll call it 9 for Colby. 2 receivers and a slot to the left. Here's the snap. Hand off to Snap around the corner, makes a nice cutback, spins away from a defender, and he gets close to first down yardage as he's brought down at about the 29-yard line. They'll bring up third and short if he didn't get it.
Leopard is going to be just short.
Jacob Schulwalter.
The one over here is getting the game open, so yeah, they're going to give it to him. Although I don't know that he...
That's a gain of 9 yards.
Hard for him to see that.
Good for another Eagle.
Okay. First down, Colby. All right, Colby set to go again. 2 receivers to the right side. Hart in the pistol again. He's wearing 47 right now. Must have had a jersey issue. He got blood on it early in the game. Handoff, Shippers up the middle. Penalty flag flies as Jordan pounds his way out to the 34-yard line. It looked like maybe the ball came out there, that indicating LaCrosse was their football, but Jordan has it when he comes up. And they're trying to say this flag may be against Colby. It's a hold against the fifth Eagle penalty against Colby already in the game tonight. I don't care how many points you win by. You get 5 penalties in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Coach McKinney's not going to be happy.
Yeah, there's going to be a few things discussed.
Penalty for Coach has all 5 of them on the offense tonight so far.
And here's the bad thing about that one, too. It's not from the line of scrimmage. It's a spot foul, so it's even further back on this one. It's going to bring up first down and 20 to go for Colby. 3 receivers left, 1 back in the backfield. Hard, high snap over his head, picks it up, and just takes off running with it. And he's going to pick up a few yards on the play. He'll be sliding down at about the 29-yard line. Gain of 4. And a heady play by Zach and just getting at it and making something out of nothing. But now second down and a long way to go for Colby.
Hart picks up 4 yards. Tackle credited to Caden Trower.
Hart in the pistol. Got Brandon and 2 other receivers to the right with Shippers in the backfield. Replay, and they're going to give it to Shippers, and it was immediately blown up by 3 defenders for LaCrosse. Shippers gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the best point on that read just took too long for Zach to the side. What the defensive end was going to do, they're trying to read. He was there as soon as the ball was handed off.
Third down 15.
So 3rd and 15 for Colby. Big play here for the Eagles. They're on their own 30-yard line, 29-yard line. Let's see what we do here. We've seen some things open down the field. We've had success throwing the football tonight. Shippers split out wide to the left side, 2 receivers to the right. Hart will send Shippers in motion. We'll end up with 3 receivers right side. Hart back to pass. Looking deep down the field. Jordan adjusts on the ball. Makes the catch. And he's brought down at the 36-yard line of the Eagles. Of the LaCrosse Leopards, I should say. First down, Colby.
Nice job, Jordan. Shippers coming on in motion to the far side of the field, short side of the field. End up in trips over there. Going a wheel route with him. And goes down the sideline. He's got one-on-one coverage, and it's hard not to throw it up to him. And you got a kid that athletic can go up and grab the ball.
28 yards on the play. 1st and 10 to go for the Eagles. Ball spotted on the 36-yard line. 37, we'll call it. LaCrosse. Big 3rd down play for Colby there. Shippers to the left. Snap also in the slot to the left. He'll go in motion to the right side. Hart gets the snap. Surveys, looks, throws, has Shippers. Catches it. They're giving him a big cushion, and that might be a mistake. Jordan breaks 1 tackle, breaks another tackle, plants, and touchdown, Colby. Jordan Shippers takes it into the end zone. A 37-yard touchdown reception.
Another 10-yard comeback by Jordan Shippers. This time, the 10-yard cushion comes back to bite the Leopards. He's able to break a couple tackles and get into the end zone.
You can give him a cushion, but you got to be close enough to get to him right when the ball's in the air. You got to close.
you're going to have to give him a cushion.
But if he catches it and you're not touching him, then you're going to be in big, big trouble. And Jordan made him pay there. The Eagles spreading the field out here, lining up on the two-point conversion. Coach will send the play in. Hart will get the snap. Hands it off to Branham, pounds his way forward, spins, drives, won't go down, finally does get stopped. Good effort by Tucker Branham. He'll come up short on the two-point conversion attempt, but it's 14-0. Colby on top here with 22 seconds to go in the opening quarter of play. We'll keep it here. And big play by Jordan Shippers and the Colby Eagles. And Jordan getting his second touchdown of the day on a nice pass from Zach Hart, too. He's had a good day. Out a little bit underthrown, but a catchable ball. And when you got a guy as big as Shippers, you're going to lay it up there and let him go get it.
Right. I mean, you got 6'2" kids that can jump like that, throwing a jump ball up. I mean, that's a 3rd and 15, might as well, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure. And then you give him the bubble, and they give him the cushion, and he takes care of business. Thank you
for their time and effort.
37-yard touchdown pass. Zach Hart to Jordan Shippers. The two-point conversion attempt doesn't go for Colby against the score 14-0. Colby on top of LaCrosse here with 22 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. And I think Jordan was ready to play tonight after really not getting a lot of time last week. They were kind of holding out that little bit of a cap.
Right.
Deal.
There's a lot of guys can get pulled in reps.
Yeah, it's like the third week of the preseason. You get a half in there. Another short squib kick by Colby. It bounced, picked up by LaCrosse, and they'll take it around on the left side. A huge hit on the play. The Colby Eagles come flying in there.
Hogan Bowie,
yeah,
young freshman. Great play on special teams.
Hogan Bowie laying down the boom on that one. He hit him hard. First and 10 to go. LaCrosse with their third possession of the ball game. First two have ended in punts. And we get set here. One receiver to the left side. Two to the right. Now they'll send a man in motion back to the line of scrimmage, and here's a handoff on a little counter play, and nothing doing there. Great defense by the Eagles as they stop Zach Brown for no gain, maybe a yard on the play.
Nice cross-buck play by the leopard. Nothing doing. Nice job by the Eagles defense, not going with the misdirection.
Second down and 9, and that is the end of the first quarter.
So with that play, we have expired time in the opening quarter of play. 14-0. Colby on top of LaCrosse. We'll take a break. Back with more of the Eagles on radio and Colby football in just a minute.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darvin and his professional agents at Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. 1675 West 4th Street in Colby. And Brewster, just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services. See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Dying is one of the few events in life that is certain to occur, yet one we are not likely to plan for. Hi, I'm Jason with Ballman Mortuary in Colby, Atwood, and Oakley. Pre-arranging your funeral service is a great way to make sure your family is taken care of, even after you're gone. At Ballman Mortuary, we'll help you plan ahead and make sure that your wishes are taken care of, from the type of service, monument, and casket you would like. We can set up pre-funding arrangements designed specifically for end-of-life needs. At Ballman Mortuary, we are dedicated to ensuring that your loved one's memories are cherished. See our website at ballmanmortuary.com today for more information.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back. Chad Jones alongside Thomas Whelan. 14-0. Colby leads LaCrosse at the end of one quarter of play. LaCrosse with the football as we start the second quarter. They have a second down and 9 to go. The football's on the LaCrosse 34-yard line. Leopards will break the huddle. Wide to the left side will be Brett Herman. And we have a diamond formation behind The quarterback at Morgan who pitches to the left side. This is Zach Brown on the carry, and Brown's going to get a first down run. Nice gain. Across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Gain of 10, and they get a first down.
LaCrosse comes out in diamond set. Nice sweep play. Brown out of that set, able to get the edge and get a first down.
Boy, this backfield's tiny for LaCrosse. Zach Brown and Hunter Morgan. Not very big kids. But I've been pretty impressed with Hunter Morgan. He's run the offense well. And this time on the left side, Colby says, no, this is Stanley on the tackle as he meets the running back that time immediately, and Adrian Collins at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Second down and 10 to go.
Nice play by Carter Stanley. Nice open field tackle.
Carter in there. And
Carter playing strong side, outside backer, but they're walking him down with the strength. So it's looking like a five-man front.
And you have to look at that, too. That's one thing LaCrosse does. They don't have like an established left or right tackle. They have a strong side tackle and a quick tackle, quick guard, as they call it. Back to pass again, and again under duress and sacked. It's Hunter Morgan, and that's Slavens again.
Another nice play by Hamill and Big Aaron Kurth. Getting some snaps, getting another series in here. So they will push the pocket, push him into Slavens.
About 3 yard on the play. Third
and 11 to go for the LaCrosse Leopards.
But credit the back end on that sack as well.
Yeah.
Nowhere to go with it. Carter Stanley doing a nice job going with that bubble route. Everybody else in the defensive backfield takes the deep route.
Metcalf, Staff, Hart, Gonzalez. Good coverage group for the Eagles. Trip to the right, and we're going to have procedure penalty here, or we're going to have timeout called by LaCrosse prior to the snap. So the Leopards will take a timeout with 10:07 to go. Here in the second quarter of play, Colby on top 14-0. LaCrosse is a third down and 11. And their head coach did not like something about that setup, did John Webster. Called that timeout right before the snap. Eagles have been impressive with all the guys they can run through on the defensive front.
Right, we haven't even seen Jaden Ceruta, tonight.
He had a good game against Oakland.
He had a great game last week.
There's just a lot of depth there, which is going to be so beneficial for Colby when we start getting into some of these GWAC games and some of these very tough schools that we're going to see, to be able to rotate those guys in. That helps because a lot of those guys that are starting on that defensive front are also starting on offense as well. They play both ways. So if you can spell them for a play or two on one side of the ball and not have a drop-off, that's a huge advantage. And that's what we've seen so far in the season. Here we go. Third down, 11 to go. Leopards will head up to the line of scrimmage. Adrian Collins to the right side along with Zach Brown and Herman. Inside handoff this time, and Supa's trying to find a hole. He's going to get positive yardage, but not enough. Brought down at midfield, and Slavens coming from the backside to make the initial hit. Fourth down and 6.
Cross tries a stretch play. Got trips right. Tries to stretch play to the left. Nothing doing. Sean Walter does a nice job setting the edge, forcing that play back inside where everybody else is there to clean it up.
Brett Herman will come into the ball game in the punt formation for LaCrosse. He has punted under duress tonight. Last time the snap was low, but he was able to get it away. Calvin Stapp is back deep for Colby, standing at the Eagle 9-yard line. Morgan gets a clean snap this time and has time to get the kick away. It's going to bounce, and Stapp's going to let it go. Thought about picking it up for the second, but made the safe decision, and it's down at the 11-yard line. That's where the Eagles will start this drive with 9:14 to go in the second. Colby. We'll See what the Eagle offense can do on this drive.
Metcalf will get a series here, giving Carter Stanley a break.
And Metcalf's been good, too. Another guy we don't talk a lot about, but a ton of speed. He's been great on the defensive end, and now, again, in here on the offensive front this time. The Eagles plot the motion here. Brandon going to end up on the right side, along with Stapp. Shippers in the backfield. Snap is there. Handoff Jordan Shippers. Around the right side, and Shippers is gone. At the 40, the 50, the 40, 30, 20, 10. Put 6 on the board. Touchdown, Colby. Jordan Shippers taking that one 89 yards. 89 yards for the Colby touchdown.
Double side pistol step motion, Branham from the far side over to into the slot on the right side of the field. Picks up a big block by Metcalf, playing receiver. Nice stock block and a big block from Branham as well.
You see him get the edge, and it's like, okay, yeah, you're not going to catch him.
Yeah.
Jordan's third touchdown of the night for Colby. And LaCrosse set up to try to defend the 2-point conversion attempt. And this time just a keeper, and Hart going to run it in. Pretty much on fast.
Nice play call.
So it's 22-0 in favor of Colby. With 9:01 to go in the second quarter, we'll take a break. Back in 60 seconds with more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
There's a good chance that you can't go a day without running into a Colby Community College grad. It's a good thing, too. Around here, our graduates process your payrolls, clean your teeth, supply your beef, care for the sick, and a lot more. And our students know that when they leave CCC, they'll be able to make a living by making your life better. Find out more at colbycc.edu. Colby Community College. Challenge. Create. Connect.
This is J.L. Evans, president of Western State Bank of Colby. Construction is underway on our future banking facility located on South Range across from the Colby Dillons. This new banking center will offer increased space to service our growing customer base, as well as a drive-up window, safety deposit boxes, better parking, and simply a more convenient location. With the investment of this new facility, we are making a commitment to Colby and the surrounding area. As we grow, we would like to say thank you to our present customers and invite anybody to check out the products and services that we offer at Western State Bank of Colby. Member FDIC.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back, 22-0, Colby on top. 9:01 to go, second quarter. Jordan Shippers taking one from 89 yards out. Shippers has 106 yards rushing on the 2 touchdowns in the game tonight. That's a few other carries to go along with that, plus 37-yard touchdown reception. Kickoff for Colby. Squib kick this time. It's going to get through the first line and picked up by the second group for the LaCrosse Leopards and Adrian Collins. And he'll return it out to the 39, and that is where LaCrosse will start this drive.
Connor Griffin, another young sophomore. He can play on special teams.
Here we go. Defense will get set to go again tonight. They have been very good. LaCrosse has had a few first downs in the game, but haven't sustained anything over 5 or 7, 8 plays in a drive. One receiver right. Slot back to the left. The pitch is going to go on the left side. And this one being strung out, and a penalty flag for a face mask on this one. Carter Stanley got a hold of the face mask that time of Subas, who was injured on the play. Not an intentional one, and see Stanley reaching for that jersey and just got the face mask.
Carter having a tough time setting the edge on that play, just reaching for anything that you grab, and ended up with a handful of face masks. It's going to cost 15.
Personal foul face mask against the Eagles. That's a 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10, Leopards. Come on, guys. We don't need anything to happen.
The Eagles will get set defensively after they mark the penalty off. LaCrosse will have the football at the Colby 44-yard line. One receiver right. Three backs in the backfield, and this is just a student body quarterback keeper. And Xavier Slavens absolutely bull rushed and blew up the blocker that time for the LaCrosse Leopards, and that left Hunter Morgan exposed, brought down for no gain on the play. Slavens blows out the pulling guard.
Colby switch in, Aaron Kurtz coming out, and Tyler Britt's coming in for him, switching out defensive tackles here, getting Kurtz a blow.
So it's going to bring up second down and 10 to go. 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter. LaCrosse will fake the handoff and back to pass. Over the middle throw is completed. Pretty good coverage that day. The Eagles had two defenders there in Metcalf and also Zach Hart, but the catch pulled in by Brett Herman, his second reception of the season. That's good for a first down.
On a post play over the middle. Colby's got good coverage on it. One of them, somebody's got to just make a play on the ball when it's in the air.
Down at the 24-yard line.
So it's going to bring up first and 10 for LaCrosse from there. Leopards. A little hand off the left side. They tried to do a direct snap. He tried to fake as if he didn't get it. And taking it over on the left side is Adrian Collins for little to no gain on the play.
Corey Finley, so far this series, been playing inside linebacker, giving Jordan Shipper a little blow. Now he comes out. Shipper checks back in.
Holcomb and Scott City. Holcomb leading Scott City 6-0 at the end of the first quarter tonight. Ulysses leading Hugoton 7-0 at the end of one. Another GWAC play tonight. It's our next two opponents, Holcomb and Hugoton. Ulysses and Hugoton going head-to-head. Under 7 to play here. The Eagles up 22-0. Quick pitch on the right side, and Brown trying to get to the edge. He's got speed and gets to the corner, and then Hart drills him and knocks him out of bounds after a gain of 7 on the play. Maybe 8. You see where they spot him. Now, let's go 7. Third down and 3 to go for LaCrosse.
Gain of 7 yards. It's third down.
Colby right now having a tough time setting an edge, keeping everything inside that cup. Got a couple fresh new bodies in, and Jaden Struda and Aaron Kurz, a couple sophomores. Had great ball games last week.
Cross back to the line of scrimmage. One receiver left, I formation. Kind of a line that time, trying to get the edge, and Brown brought down, and this will depend on the spot. It looks like he's shy of the 15, which he needed to get just across it for the first down. And he may have it here. They spotted it right on the 15, so we'll look at it. It looks like it's going to bring up 4th and short, and we're going to have a timeout taken here to discuss things. 6:34 to go in the first half of play. And Colby on top 22-0. The offense has been very solid for the Eagles tonight. Defense pretty good too. LaCrosse with that big pass play on that last possession there. That's been good for them.
Yeah, it has. This is a good time out for the Eagles on defense. They've had a lot of snaps on there so far. Trying to get some, you can tell them the huddle, trying to get things figured out on that edge play. Right now where it's really starting to hurt them. Timeout has made some adjustments on it.
Yeah, LaCrosse taking the timeout here. Really want to discuss this and make sure they get the right play call here on 4th and short. See if they can get a stop. This is what Colby's looking for here. Get the ball back once again.
Also, after one
Eagles' last drive went 89 yards in one play. So that's the latest that we have. From there, let's see we go. Colby back onto the field here. 4th and short. I would be surprised if LaCrosse didn't run anything but just a keeper here.
Right, yeah.
They only need a few inches.
Look for the Eagles to stuff A's.
And, of course, Colby's going to put Aaron Kurz in there, the big guy, over center, and say, all right, move me.
Yeah.
Trying to get Colby up. And they didn't do it. They're going to have to burn another timeout. And that is I think that's their last timeout here in the half. So now the Whitehead wanted to have a quick word with Coach Sims about something. And, of course, Coach McKinney over with his defensive group talking about how they want to defend this here. As well as Coach Wilman. Coach Wilman, yeah. And Coach McKinney runs this like a true head coach with, you know, he's got an offensive coordinator and Coach Sims calling the offense. He's got his defensive coordinator and then Coach Wilman calling the defense. And, you know, he oversees things and makes decisions that way and kind of takes that true head coaching role, which you don't see all the time in high school football. No, you don't. You know, but I think it's the right way to do it. Like the whole staff pretty good for Colby. Again, everybody back from last year. Just one change. That was like a head coach. Eagles set to defend on 4th down again. Showing blitz. The snap is fumbled and Colby on it immediately. And I tell you what, they showed blitz right over center that time, and the snap was not good. And Hunter Morgan, the quarterback, also saw that coming, and I think kind of pulled away from center before he got the ball brought in. And that's just a result of good rushes earlier in the ball game. And there was a dead ball penalty. Penalty on the play. Actually, prior calls down against the Leopards. But again, that pressure early on and the hits we put on Hunter Morgan, he's down 5 to go. A little gun shy. He's a little gun shy. Again, this is a sophomore making the starter tonight as well. So now it's 4th down and a long 5 to go for LaCrosse. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and not going to be enough that time for Christian Supas on the counter play. Jordan Shippers hits him. Supas scored for about 3 yards, but again, he needed a little over 5. So 1st and 10 for Colby. They're going to get the ball with 6:27 to go in the opening quarter, and they're going to have the ball on the 17-yard line. In this LaCrosse group, one thing about them, they only have about 25 kids out. They got a couple with injuries right now that aren't suited up. So these are kids that are playing a lot of minutes on all aspects of the game. We talked about Colby being able to the luxury of rotating through. Eagles with the football, hand up to Carter Stanley. Was supposed to go around the left side. Saw wasn't there. Made a great cut back up the middle and gets 9, maybe 10 yards on the play.
Great vision by Carter Stanley. You know, kid that played on the line for him last year, switched to playing in the backfield this year. Nice job sticking one foot in the ground, making a zone cut, and getting upfield on that zone play.
Just shy of a first down yard. He's got about 9.5 yards. So 2nd and short. And the Eagles will look to the sideline to get the play. Colby will send Stanley, Branham to the right side. Shippers in the backfield. It's a quick pass on the outside. Catch is made by Branham on a crossing pattern. He did a good job of pulling that one in. A very good throw by Hart under pressure. And Branham's got good yardage out to the 40-yard line.
Nice job of getting the ball out of your hands on the check down and speed out. And Branham, nice concentration by Branham as well. Tucker does a nice job. Ends up with a big first down.
Boy, Hart has thrown the football very well tonight. Shippers and Rosales wide to the left side. Staff to the right side. Branham in the slot to the right. He'll go in motion to the left across the formation. Hart will get the snap. Read option play, and there was nothing doing either way on this one. Could have seen a penalty flag there. Stanley on the carry, and it looked like his head pulled around a little bit, but no flag on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down to the 11 as he lost about half a yard on the play.
Looks like miscommunication up front by the Eagles. Let both defensive ends go.
So 2nd down and a long 10 to go for Colby. Colby taking a little while to get the play in this time. Play clocks are not working here tonight, so the Eagles have got to watch, and that back judge is counting. Hart needs to hurry and get this call. They need to call timeout. Yeah. And they do. Yeah, having play by, and the penalty flag had been thrown by the official on the back end, but they're going to say the timeout came first, which I believe it did. I hadn't noticed that, but the play clocks are not on here tonight at Denman Field, so instead of seeing those numbers tick down, you got to have your eye on that back judge who will start counting things down. And as he was counting down, Colby was still making adjustments in the backfield.
I think they were just taking a little longer on that play call to give guys a little breather.
Cheerleaders throwing out some footballs to the fans here in Colby. Got a couple of his cheerleaders that have got pretty good arms. Just saying. Softball team should be good. And then there's a couple that probably going to play tennis. Track or something. Fast. 2nd and 11 to go for Colby. 4:44 to go in the second quarter of play. Eagles head up to the line of scrimmage. Rosales and Shippers to the left, Staff to the right. Branham in the pistol with Stanley in the slot to the left side, and Branham behind him. Stanley will go in motion to the right. And now back to the left. Eagles wait to see how they adjust defensively, and now they'll get the play call actually in. Back judge counting down. Here's the snap. Didn't look like Hart was ready for it. He bobbles the football and it's down. So I don't know what was going on with that. A lot of miscommunication issues going on there, and then the snap gets to him before he's ready for it.
Carter Stanley is going in motion, coming back, trying to motion into a double set. The ball was snapped before he could cross the center.
They were trying to read something, because they'd showed Stanley that a couple of times and seeing how the defense reacted to it, so they knew the play call, and then they just didn't get it off in time. A lot of confusion there. Different set this time. Colby will have Stanley to the left side. One receiver to the right, Shippers behind Hart. Gets the snap. Hart will fake the handoff, rolls, looks, and finds Shippers on the screen, tripped up by his own man, stays on his feet, gets to the corner. Shippers has the first down. He's knocked out of bounds across midfield at the 49-yard line. 17-yard gain and an Eagle first down. Great run by Jordan. Boy, they didn't give him a very good spot. They're going to say he stepped out just shy of midfield, so he did not get the first down. It's fourth and about less than the width of the football here. We'll see what the Eagles do here on 4th and short. They're definitely going to go for it. See what the play call is on this one. Lots of signaling from the sideline. The Eagles are going to a diamond formation out of the pistol. Get the snap off. Hart going to follow his guys. He's got the first down and about 2 extra yards. That is just, we're going to play power football on this one.
Ball carried by Zach Hart. That's a 2-yard gain.
Nice job by Zach Hart hanging on to the football, come out in that diamond set. That way he allows the backs in front of them to come up and make blocks, being patient.
So first down for Colby, again into LaCrosse territory now at the 48-yard line. Colby on top 22-0 with 3:40 to go and counting in this second quarter, excuse me. Hart gets the snap, tons of time, fires down the middle looking for Rosales, and it's incomplete. It's actually hit the back of the defender's head that time, and Hunter Morgan going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Rosales on a skinny post, coming underneath him, Jordan Shippers on the speed out. Good play, good coverage by Morgan. Hunter Morgan playing through safety.
Hunter Morgan. 2nd down, 10.
That's one as a receiver. If you come back for, though, there's going to be contact. He's not looking at the ball, and you may get the flag thrown on that one. Pretty good play nonetheless. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Branham in motion for Colby, movement at the line of scrimmage. Every official throws a flag.
Penalty markers.
It's an obvious illegal procedure against Colby. It's going to make it 2nd down and 15 now. So the Eagles have just opened and emptied both barrels into their feet tonight on penalties they've overcome. But it has not been a very clean first half. Three receivers right for Colby. Branham in the slot to the left. He'll go in motion to the right. One back behind Hart, and he'll get the handoff. That's Jordan Shippers. Shippers to the corner. Makes a beautiful cut. Evades the first couple defenders and then runs out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line. And then we just had something happen here. Now penalty flag thrown on the sideline. It looked like there was some kind of pushing or shoving that went on way after the play. And then Coach McKinney and the coaching staff was silent for Colby. Really on the official. You can hear the Colby fans were upset with whatever happened on the sideline. And they call it sideline warning on Colby. I did not catch whatever extracurricular went on after that, but the coaching staff still in the air to me.
I didn't catch it either, but you got to protect your guys. Get on the rest when you need to on that situation.
Coach McKinney and Coach Wilden are still working that official. And now they're getting the coaching staff back here on the sideline because they've had the warning. Third down and short is what the play results in for Colby. Eagles will send Branham wide to the left side. Shippers behind Hart with Staff in the slot to the left. They found the blow the ball ready for play. Hart gets the snap, hands it off. On a little read option to Shippers. Shippers around the outside, dragging defenders for a first down and more. We'll spot him at the 35. Gain of about 5 on the play. First down for Colby.
Nice zone read. Good read by Zach. Defense goes up. Jordan able to pick up the first down and move the chain. Kind of a different formation. We haven't seen that formation yet this year with Tucker Branham split out wide.
Gonzalez to the left side. Shippers in the slot to the right. Branham and Branham and Metcalf to the right. Shippers in motion to the left. They'll fake the handoff. Hart with time, fires over the middle, looking for Shippers. It's intercepted. Not a good throw that time. It was well defended and picked off by Brett Herman. It went right to him. Intercepted by Brett Herman. Shippers on that crossing pattern, but Herman has a safety position and he needs to play on that one.
Yeah, not a good decision by Zach. Must have not seen him. Tried to hit Shippers on a post over the middle. Start out in trips, motion across into double set with two receivers each side and trying to bring it back on a post.
And hey, Zach got a great game throwing the football tonight.
Yeah, you want to see when it happens.
Yeah. And one, too, he's playing center field on that one.
You got to be three nice. Did a nice job. Don't take credit away from Herman.
No, made a great play. So the LaCrosse offense will get set again. Three receivers right, one to the left. And it's the quarterback keeper to the right side. Good cut block there. Penalty flag has come in, and that's might be what those calls going to end up being. But tackle made by chopped on the end there.
It was a great cut, a great illegal cut by Michael Showalter on Sean Wall. It really set up that edge, but you get the hold against Tucker Branham. That's going to take him back 10.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which is about a yard downfield, so we'll make it first and 19. 3:06 to go here. And 20 yards to go. Second quarter of play. It's 22-0, Colby on top. LaCrosse has put themselves in a hole here with the penalty. And it's a group that struggled with their offense tonight. Hunter Morgan, their quarterback, under center with an I formation behind him. Takes a handoff, rolls himself on the right side, and no. Brought down for a loss on the play, and a good job again by Slavens, who's just been a beast on the edge.
Yes, they've been running away from him for a while. And they go back at him, and he drives him down for a big loss.
And I tell you, the thing about that, too, is he comes off the defender, and that's just him. That's an open field tackle, and he's off balance. He's still able to wrap up and make the play, and he has good technique with it.
So he puts himself in that situation because he uses his hands so well.
Coach has talked about him having a great camp, and, man, he has carried that over into the season so far. One receiver to the left for LaCrosse, on-balance line to the right side, I formation. They'll take the handoff, and Roy Roman is Morgan. He's hit. evades one defender, throws and completes it across his body to the tight end, and Kelvin Day, who makes his first reception of the year and gets up a little wobbly. He's going to stay in the game. A nice gain on the play, but well short of the first down. It's third down and long to go for the Leopards. Will call it 12.
Good coverage by the secondary by the Eagles. It's covered. Morgan has enough time to sit back, wait, set his feet, and hit that backside drag. Coming in late.
Collins to the right side along with Herman. Tied into the left here in Day. And penalty flags flying here. Morgan evades a bunch of defenders and gets loose around the left edge and has it up for the first down if the play stands. I don't think it will.
Tackled by Rosales. There is a penalty flag on the play. And the
holding against
LaCrosse.
LaCrosse. And again from the spot of the foul, which is back at around the 30-yard line, which would make it 3rd and 22 again. Colby takes him back. I tell you, you can get a stop here, Thomas. You still got all 3 timeouts, and you're going to have the short field to work with.
Yeah. Get a chance to practice your rock and roll.
Yep. Something they end practices with.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
2-minute offense.
Third down, and they need to get halfway back to LaCrosse. A long way to go on this one. 25. There's LaCrosse. Breaks the huddle. Lots of discussions going on. 3 receivers will go to the right side. Tight end to the left and Day. Morgan back to pass. Morgan fires. Has a man. It's overthrown. Overthrown. Intended on the play that time for Caden Depperschmidt. Too high.
Pass intended for Caden Depperschmidt is incomplete.
So 4th down and 25. And here's the other thing on this, Thomas, too. Not only do you have to punt, you have to give Colby good field position, but A, you got to avoid snap, and B, Colby has been in the face of the punter all night long. So Brett Herman, you can't afford a mistake on the punt game in this field position.